J.K. Rowling has written the screenplay for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and she started her whole career in Harry Potter in Edinburgh, Scotland, which is where I am right now doing this review, so it's very meta for me. I snuck off and checked out the new movie, and I really enjoyed myself with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I thought that Eddie Redmayne as our new hero, Newt Scamander, really was an interesting choice. I thought that he did a fantastic job sort of portraying this nebbish, nerdy kind of teacher that or a scholar that has to kind of leap into action and has all of this sort of latent ability, but it's very expertly masked and disguised from underneath this little tuft of hair, and he's kind of sheepishly looking around like this. This is a really, really cool script, and it starts with J.K. Rowling. She had the ambition, some might call it the audacity, to kind of revisit this universe that she has created, and has created a universe filled with riches for herself and for many other people at Warner Brothers, and decided that she has many, many other stories to tell. We all know now that this is the lead up to at least 4 more sequels, and it's a world-expanding enterprise, and you can see some of that in the manufacture of this movie. You can certainly feel there are lots of nice homages and a little foreshadowing, basically, because this is a prequel to the movies that we saw with Harry Potter. You can feel sort of the Hollywood machinery behind some of this, but the thing that I really appreciated about this movie, it's a literate film and it's filled with interesting characters, but there's a lot of air in it. There's a lot of moments to kind of contemplate where all this is leading. There's a lot of ambiguousness to this picture, and I thought that was a really terrific choice. Of course, what that leaves us as moviegoers is this idea of kind of filling in the gaps and trying to figure out what tugging on this thread might lead to, and it also leaves room for lots of future adventures for Newt Scamander and his collection of friends. I thought it was interesting too that this is not a movie filled with outrageously famous people. Colin Farrell might be one of the most famous people in this movie, and he's kind of an evil wizard that has aspirations to take control of some ferociously bad magic energy. Ezra Miller actually has a pretty prominent role in this movie. He's our new Flash for the DC Cinematic Universe. He doesn't have much to say, but he certainly emotes and evokes a great deal of sympathy when you see him on screen. Dan Fogler plays kind of a comedic foil. He's a muggle in this movie. He's somebody, they call him a nomad in the parlor of Fantastic Beasts. There's a sort of a mistaken identity thing that takes place at the beginning of the movie, so he gets sort of sucked up into that, which is a little too obvious, a little too sort of comedy tropey. We've seen the similar kinds of things in tons and tons of other movies. But this movie also does do something, kind of remarkable as well, with its sort of tip of the hat to old Hollywood movie magic. It's kind of a big, lush, beautiful, delicious feast of a film, because there are lots of great details to kind of just enjoy and savor all the way through this thing. The performances are solid across the board. It does feel like just little bits and pieces of character work has been etched in and sketched in, with the idea that more is to come, and we're going to start to understand who some of these background players are a little bit better. There is a tremendous amount of, just laying the groundwork, and it's a little expository. It takes a little bit of time to kind of give us this world and explain a lot of this stuff, but I had no issues with that. I think that this is such a lush, new, sort of playground for J.K. Rowling and company to kind of build for us. They're almost sort of putting in the dots, and they're starting to connect them a little bit and color it in a little bit. And I think it's great that they're going to take their time. And I feel like I absolutely want more from this film series. And I had a really, really fantastic time. And I have to tell you, I'm not somebody that was really emotionally connected to the Harry Potter movies. I thought they were really competently made, and they were fun, and they were filled with great adventure. And, towards the end of the movies, they got, a lot more emotional. But I wasn't so blown away all the way along that this was something that, A, I know every single detail about how everybody is connected, or B, that I was just, salivating for and I couldn't wait for. It's not that same kind of Star Wars pull that I have with Rogue One. But all that being said, I had a great time with Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.